The Emerald Kingdom suffocates under a lethal sun. A lone warrior searches for the last drop. Ancient instincts lead the search for survival. Thirst ignites a desperate, primal drive. Power erases every obstacle in its path. Leg muscles tense for a lethal sprint. The gatekeeper claims the last prize. A direct challenge to the throne. A thunderous warning to the lone warrior. Thirst turns desperation into pure aggression. A brush with death increases the fury. A strike of divine weight descends. Neither legend is willing to reel the path. Speed remains the warrior's lethal advantage. Defiance in the face of overwhelming numbers. Protection is prioritized over the fight. Brute force settles every dispute here. Weaponizing the environment to bury the rival. Armor is hardened by the forests and debris. Leg muscles tense for a lethal burst. Momentum erases obstacles in a heartbeat. A razor's edge away from defeat. Chaos reaches the highest forest branches. Disappearing to plan the next lethal move. Strength in numbers provides temporary peace. Scars of a battle for liquid gold. The giant claims the last cooling sanctuary. Desperation ignites a high-speed, muddy assault. Ivory meets armor in a violent collision. A lethal upward strike from the silt. Two mountains of flesh grind together. Targeting the foundation of the Forest King. Agility turns the tank into a predator. Pure kinetic energy rocks the giant. Smaller inhabitants flee the Titan's path. Brute force settles every dispute here. Momentum erases every barrier in sight. Coordination becomes a wall of power. Diplomacy ends with a bone-shaking impact.
Experience identifies threats the young miss.
New scents signal a returning rival. Raw fury is vented on the forest. Leg muscles tense for a lethal burst. Momentum erases obstacles in a heartbeat. Artillery of stone to test resolve. A brush with death increases fury. Chaos reaches the highest forest branches. An unyielding struggle between mountain-sized powers. Disappearing to plan the next move. Strength in numbers provides temporary peace. The true intruder remains in shadows. Thirst breaks the hierarchy of the wild. Are cleared with brutal efficiency. A thunderous claim to the remaining silt. A grinding battle for every inch of earth. Targeting the giant's most vulnerable link. Superior reach counters the sharpest edge. Scavengers risk everything for a taste of moisture. Collateral damage as fury blinds the warrior. Trapped against the walls of the oasis. Leveraging pure strength to regain the ground. Survival is a game of inches for the small. Every strike carries the weight of a ton. A raw display of destructive dominance. Brute force ignores the barriers. No inhabitant is safe from the Titan's path. No stone is left unturned. An unyielding struggle between mountain-sized powers. Disappearing to plan the next move. Leg muscles tense for a lethal burst. Momentum erases barriers in a heartbeat. Artillery of stone to test resolve. A razor's edge away from defeat. Chaos reaches the highest forest branches. An unyielding struggle between mountain-sized powers. Disappearing to plan the next lethal move.
Strength in numbers provides temporary peace.
Scars of a battle for liquid gold. Exhaustion brings a temporary, fragile silence. Trust is a luxury the wild cannot afford. A new presence watches from the shadows. A warning directed at the unseen intruder. Ancient instincts recognize a primal threat, striking at shadows in a fit of rage. A sound that echoes from a forgotten age. Even the bravest know when to withdraw. A parting scream to mark the territory. A grim reminder of the true king. The water war ends, but the hunt begins. Leaving the oasis to the shadows. A lonely victory in a dying land. The earth hides a terrifying secret. Bravery borders on madness in the dark. A strike of prehistoric power, escaping the belly of the beast. A psychic bond formed in battle. The dawn reveals a ravaged kingdom. The cost of survival is etched in horn. Giants vanish into the Emerald Kingdom. The Master of the Shadows claims the pool. Rivals today, brothers in the storm. Remnants of a deadly water war. The wild prepares for the ultimate duel. Their destiny is written in liquid gold.